Alright, what's up guys? Today in the video we're going to be talking about how to follow God while in high school. I think this is a very important topic because I feel like a lot of young Christians or people who are trying to give their life to Christ in high school kind of find it so hard to really live for God. We have all these distractions in high school. There's people who are, trying to be popular and do all these other things, and like that's what's glorified, getting all the girls, being popular, being on the sports team, all these things are glorified. And at the end of the day, we realize that all these things are perishing away, and they're not everlasting, and it's better for us to, in our youth, follow the Lord and follow something that's everlasting than to waste our youth by following the things of this world, like money, girls, cars, and attention and popularity, things like that, and I think the biggest way that we can really just deny our flesh and pick up our crosses is really just getting a solid friend group that is going to keep you accountable, but also is going to help you out, because if you're trying to live for God in high school by yourself, a lot of times you're going to stumble and fall. And if you have no one to help you out, no one to say, hey man, you're fine, you got this, or hey man, we could talk about this, you're going to fall. But when you get some solid friends who are like, hey, man, I know this walk isn't easy, but I'm here for you. And, when you're struggling, you can go to them and talk about it. Or when they're struggling, they can come to you, just having a solid friend group is really good. And I think another thing we can do, the second best thing to do is have a Bible study, get a solid friend group. Maybe just invite people from your school and just have a Bible study where you can really talk about God and talk about scripture, but talk about some of these hard topics, like just like how to follow God, or how to stop living a lukewarm life where you're neither like fully in with God but you're not. Just get a group where you can talk about these discussions so more people can know. And I think the third thing we can do to really just live for God while in high school is just be bold about your faith. That's what I've done. I've been bold about my faith while in high school. Well, I'm still in high school, but I've just been bold my freshman year, which is right now. I've just been so bold in the Lord, and, just praising his word. And, I've started reading my Bible more. And the more you get into scripture and the more you go to church, Bible study groups, and the more you learn about the Lord and, his ways, you stop to desire the things of the flesh. Instead of going on that Friday night to that lit function, you're like, you know what? I know that this is not right. I know that this is temporary. This is not what brings me everlasting life. If I go that way leads to death. The wages of sin is death, and that sin that could be going into, it's going to lead to death. So I'd rather stay home and watch a movie with my family or do something like that than go to that lit function. And the fourth, and I'm sorry, the last thing maybe is the biggest thing to realize is that not every day is promised. A lot of people want to say in their youth, oh man, let me live how I want to live. I only live one life. But when you have that mindset, you realize that you only get one life, and it God forbid one day you would die without